I get the feeling I went wrong somewhere. This does not look like a space marine. Hello, Mother Mage here, and welcome to, well, Star Trek Online. I figured it's 2018. I really want to play a Star Trek game, and this is, as far as I can see, a pretty good one. I don't know what team I'm going to be choosing. Dominion. Dominion. I am, just fair warning, I am not, like, super deep into Star Trek lore. If this was Warhammer 40k, maybe I would have understood what I'm doing. But it's not so... The lizard people. I'm wondering about it if I should make a lizard person. I've played this for a little bit, not much. So... I'm thinking Federation, but I'm not sure. Hey look, there's a fish. You could say it's a fish out of water. Aliens. It's just plain alien. Well, that's nice. Probably for when you don't know what to choose. You would just be a default alien. There's a lot of choices here. Even with a 3 account, there's a lot of choices. So all these with a little Z at the top, I have to buy them, which is kind of sad, but... Hey, these look like the stuff from new Star Wars series. Some of them. I don't like that ship though. Better. And that's a bit better ship. But I think I might just go for basic Starfleet for now. Basic Starfleet with an alien. See what I can do with that. Race info. What is this race info? Accuracy, acute senses. So I've got better senses, aggressive, alien, +1 additional trait choice. Interesting. Assault training, +5% bonus assault to assault weapons. Bonus to assault weapons, essentially. That's a lot of traits to keep in mind. Lucky. But now, the question, the hardest question of them all. Tactical, science, or engineer? Just look at the little pictures. Tactical, heavy weapons, stuff like that. Science, well, science. Engineer. See here, there's giant turrets, probably drones, and shoulder cannons, maybe. Not sure. Let's go for engineer. I don't really know what the difference is. So I get reroute power to shields, rotate shield frequency, cover shield 1. EPS power transfer, support to drone fabrication. That's a lot of stuff I get access to. Never really looked through all of these. Tricorder scan increases the perception of the user and places a damage resistance and stealth debuff on enemies. Sensor scan. Damage resistance and stealth of the target. Okay. Neutralization. Yeah, neutralizer. From attacking you, but they can act normally otherwise. That's a lot of stuff to keep in mind that you're gonna get throughout the levels. Co-opt energy weapons. Highly ionized particles by utilizing their deflector dish. This field will have their energy weapons laced with particles, inverting normal output into one beneficial to the target's hull. Ah, so that makes it so that whenever they attack, they heal you, essentially. That's quite nice. But it only works on phases. Or laser weapons, rather. Target optics, attack pattern alpha. These things seem pretty standard. Yeah, I want a drone. So let's go engineer. Next, it would be appearance. Now, let's see here. Let's make him a... Do I want a small alien? Do I want a massive alien? Let's go for... massive. Let's go for as big as I can. Ooh. I don't think I want that face, though. Nothing against the face. Never have the hairstyles I like for male. Just kind of sad. See here, let's go for... So now how does that look? Too much yellow? But I'm supposing I could change that. No, you can change some of the stuff, which is quite nice. No. I think I already have that one on. So, if I go, where was it? Uniform, here. I can change it? I can look like I'm straight from Mass Effect. See here, what happens if I press the random button a couple of times? It makes my PC lag for some weird reason. My PC should be able to run this game quite nicely. Should. Let's just make my own. This could take a while. This could take up to an hour. Maybe even more. I like games where you have a bunch of customization. The more customization a game has, the better it is to me. Let's not go for that. Let's go for a bit of like a... Kind of like the white, but I feel like I need different color as well. Not just white. What I should do is have a black there, white, then go for bottom half. I'm gonna go for grayish color. Go for this one. Let's go for that's very bright. I could go for red, but no. Let's go with that. Skin color wise, over here we can go a bit more human-esque. There we go. There, now I look sort of human. Now it's still the pants that I need to, you know, alter. Shoes. Let's go for white soles. That's a very interesting design. You can change the boots, which is quite nice. Just go for basic combat boots still. You can change this. You can change this. Change what you're wearing. In any way, shape, or form. Let's go with this. Let's see here. What can I change it into? I could actually try and make a guy that doesn't look completely potatoes. But then I feel like I need to make a dwarf. Let's try and make a dwarf. Sounds like a good idea. But then I want to be human. Oh yes. Let's try and make a dwarf. Dwarf engineer. Height-wise, short. Still not short enough, but I do believe you can shorten it even more. What would be a good set of clothing for dwarf? Let's go with this one. Make that black. Dwarves would never wear white. Let's go with grey. Black. Probably another grey. Okay, that's next to color. Let's make that white-ish. Off-white. There we go. Skin color wise, I might need to lower the skin color just a tiny little bit. It's not really dark. Like a D&D Underdark dwarf. No, we're not going for that. Matte, because dwarves don't wear glossy things. Let's go 3. Bare hands. Dwarves and gloves. They do sometimes wear gloves. Paneled. Rank. You can even change the badge. That's quite nice. Set it to com badge. Why the hell not? Pants. Which type of pants would a dwarf wear? Let's go with this. It does actually look very... They'd not be wearing a stupid belt like that. Let's see here. What is that changing? I don't see it changing anything. Oh, it changed a tiny little bit. Not a lot. Go black for the main part of the shoes. Grayish for a bit of a rest. Bassoon color grey. Can make it off-white, just to give it a little bit more tone. Okay, so let's go to body then. Neck length. Set that to low. Body bulk, very bulky. Chest size, it could be relatively massive. Rib size, that could be massive. Stomach size, it is a dwarf, so neck bulk. Of course there's going to be a very bulky neck. Like that. Shoulders bulk. Chest depth. What I could do is actually increase the size and make a space marine. That would be totally hilarious. I could actually do that. How about we do that? How about we go for a full space marine? Torso length. The space marines. Nobody needs to worry. The space marines are here. Hand size, finger length. That's an interesting thing to have. The legs kinda seem off. I get the feeling I went wrong somewhere. This does not look like a space marine. It just looks like a very fat man, so how about we go with no to the foot size. I can increase the foot size. Leg length, let's just go for dwarf. Leg bulk. Hand size could be up there. Finger length, not so much. They have kind of short, stubby fingers, I believe. Bulky arms, though the chest and stuff are a bit too much, even for a dwarf. Stomach size. Dwarves don't have that big of stomachs, but they do have a little bit of a stomach. Yeah, like so. Maybe a bit less. Torso length. Right, neck length. Lower that. Where is the torso length? Lower that. That looks odd. I feel like the legs are still too long though. But I can't change them. Okay, so this will have to be it. Shorten the arms a little bit. That makes it look a little bit more proportional. Still seems off proportions like crazy, but hey. Kinda looks like a dwarf. Let's see here. What type of stance would a dwarf have? Brawler! Let's see here. Twitchy. It's more like a gunslinger. Let's go for brawler. Yes, let's just face it. It is a dwarf. Dwarves like brawling. Human head type. Which one of these looks the most like a dwarf? Those essentially look like very angry small humans. Going to need facial hair as well. Complexion aged. Let's go with 3 there. Scars, a dwarf has to have some scars. Not very visible now, are they? But then again, it is the space age, so of course it would have things that can fix scars. Kind of like really bad wounds that will turn into a scar. Ooh. Just do that, increase the intensity. I do not know what a scar is. So I need is it to be as visible as possible, but I still don't see the scar. Scars are virtually invisible. Scale X, scale Y, and that looks like a really fake scar. I think I need to tone it down a little bit on the x-axis, shrink it down a little bit. Let's look at some different scars. Ooh, does that look bad? Make them like that. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. But now I just wish I could add more scars, because that's a bit too little.